Season 3 of White Lotus is in full effect, baby. Let's talk about episode 2. So, the robbery. Let's talk about the robbery. Was it connected to any of the characters that we've been following? Is it related to Greg, or as he's being called in this season, Gary? So, it's another thing I want to talk about, but let's keep talking about the robbery. Was it orchestrated by somebody who's staying at the resort, or was it truly random? I'm curious to see where that goes. Now, let's talk about what I just mentioned with Gary, aka Greg. So, we get a scene where Rick and Chelsea are out to eat with Gary and his wife, and there's some exchanges that are awkward. Rick asks him what he does for work or what he did for work, and he's super shady about it. Obviously, he's not going to talk about he has his money from murdering Tanya, but we get to see some weird insights with these characters and their relationship. So he calls his wife or girlfriend, whatever she is, French, and she gets really offended and upset, and she's like, I'm Canadian. So there's obviously a disconnect there. He's pretending she's truly French when she's French Canadian, or he just doesn't care enough about her to even know. I'm curious how much she really knows. Does she know about Gary's past, or is he really just randomly just her boyfriend? We get a little bit of how they met, or at least how they're saying they met. They met with a Dubai matchmaking company, which just seems so phony and made up. And I think that there's something going on with the girlfriend, but obviously we know Gary is a piece of shit. So that was interesting. There was an interesting scene with Kate, one of Jacqueline's friends, the trio of girls, who, again, as I mentioned in my last video, I am the least interested in this group of people. They are not very interesting at all, but they're written so well, they're still somewhat interesting. But we get Kate going up to Victoria, the mother of the Ratliff family, and saying, I remember you. I met you. We spent a weekend together at so-and-so's baby shower or wedding shower or whatever it was. And Victoria's acting really weird about it. She's acting very secretive, very standoffish about it. So I'm interested what went down with that. My theory is she cheated on her husband during that weekend, and that girl Kate knows about it. So she's acting like, yeah, whatever. Like, I guess I know you. She doesn't want any type of closeness with that character because something went down that she doesn't want to talk about, or she's just really that big of a standoff bitch. I really can't tell. That's the brilliance of White Lotus. Then we get some more with Gaitak and Mook. Gaitak finally asks her out. Mook's like, don't be stupid, don't be silly. She's not feeling the boy, and the boy keeps trying to pursue, and I respect the pursuit. I do, shoot or shoot, but it seems like they're not really destined to be together. Gaitak gets hit with a gun in the robbery, and I was worried he was going to get killed. I was like, no, not my man Gaitak, no. But he's a hero to Mook, at least that's what she says to him. And I'm interested to see what happens with that duo, but the most interesting family, or the most interesting group of characters, is the Ratliff family. We get Locke telling his sister that Saxon said what he said about her, and gets brought up at dinner. Why would a brother ever say a sister's hot, and why would a brother ever talk about if she got laid or not? So that's really bizarre, and the way she acted, it seems like she is a virgin. She seems like she's a little offended, a little too offended, and it's probably because she is a virgin. Nothing wrong with that, though. We get more context about Lori, about how she didn't get a promotion at her company, how she's divorced and her husband took half the money, how her daughter has issues with her behavior. And we get a scene where Laurie and Kate are talking trash about Jacqueline. So the tables have kind of turned. We saw Kate and Jacqueline talking about Laurie, and now we see Kate and Laurie talking about Jacqueline. And the moral with this group of people is they are so catty, they are unbearable, they are fake, they are fraudulent to each other. I think they all really resent each other in different ways, especially the two girls to Jacqueline, but it's just painful to watch. We get more with Timothy, the father of the Ratliff family, and shit's going down. He is fucked, for lack of a better term. He is screwed. He is being implicated in a scandal, a financial scandal. One of his partners did something and he's going down, and now he has to try to get a lawyer while he's on the other side of the earth, and that's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. We get some stuff with Belinda. She has the hots for that guy who works at the hotel who's teaching her his secrets with massaging. She's got the hots for the man, and I don't blame her. He's in good shape. He's a fine looking Thai man, so I'm hoping that they end up together. That's going to be interesting to see how that develops, because Belinda, she's funny as hell. She deserves some love. And of course, the character I'm most interested in, Rick. I love Walton Goggins. He's an awesome actor, and I'm really curious, why is he so interested in the owner and her husband? What's going on with that? The owner, after she sings her song, she says, I'm going to Bangkok, and then he hears that, and now he's going to Bangkok and tells Chelsea. And he's obviously only at the resort because of them, so I'm curious what the relationship, the dynamic is with them. But that's basically everything that happens in the White Lotus. We see more of that motif of eyes always being on these characters. Every episode so far, which has only been 2, but they've all ended with far out shots, kind of giving the feeling that someone's watching, and that's been a motif throughout the last 2 episodes. Always eyes on these characters, and it's a great show. It's a well-made show. It's like a soap opera, but with cinematic value. It is so well made, and it is pure cinema on television. It's awesome. It's why HBO or Max is the best, and I'm excited to see how this keeps unfolding. And stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think's happening. Let me know what you think about my theories, and stay tuned for the next episode. I'm excited. Let's go. Tay out.